Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I'm here with the NXT Arrival review. This is the first time I'm watching a whole episode of NXT. I have seen clips, but this was my first time, so let's get right into it here right now. We started off the night with Antonio Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. This here was a fucking amazing ass match. People that complain about they're ruining Sami Zayn by taking away his El Generico costume are fucking retarded up the fucking ass. Look how this guy is wrestling. This is exactly how a match of the future should look. You had one part where he dives through the ropes. They were playing off a spot in their previous match where he hit a DDT. This time Cesaro catches him with a European uppercut. How fucking amazing was this match? They strung so many counters together. This match flowed like a fucking dream. It was almost unreal how good it was. I sat on the edge of my seat with my mouth open. I haven't been this excited for a match in fucking years. This is better than Wyatt's Shield. This is better than Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. That makes that shit look like amateur work. This was a fucking match right here. This was a match where I got invested in it, invested in the wrestlers and the emotion of the match. There wasn't even a title on the line, and it felt like there was one on the line. That's how great it was. It was like, damn, you wanted to see more of this. It went on pretty fucking long. It was a 20-something minute match, and every single minute meant something. Why can't we get matches like this on WWE? Cesaro was allowed to cut loose. Just everything. This match had everything. It was just so fucking awesome. Technical wrestling, high flying, you name it, this match had it. Fantastic fucking match. Then you got I give that match 5 stars, by the way. A fucking across the board 5 stars. Then you had Mojo Rawley versus fucking CJ Parker. This match was odd to put on the card. Rawley is, his catchphrase is, I don't get hyped, I stay hyped. It's popular with the crowd, but not with me. I mean, probably because I need to see more. This show was really about first impressions, because a lot of people that just purchased the network are probably tuning in. They don't know a lot about these guys, and I've never heard of either of these motherfuckers. So to me, they're just jobbers. I see them right away. This guy looks like he's trying to be Ultimate Warrior, and I appreciate his enthusiasm and the charisma that he's attempting to have. And then CJ Parker just looks like some guy they scrape off the indies with a shitty hippie gimmick. Nothing original, nothing good there. So there's nothing really, there wasn't anything to this match. You had all this hype with Mojo coming to the ring, but when he got in there wasn't really a lot of excitement. Just a really boring fucking short match that didn't amount to shit. Very odd choice to put this on the card for what was supposed to be a super card, a pay-per-view of sorts. But I didn't really see a lot to get excited about here. I'm not going to bother rating this. If I did, it would probably be a dud. But yeah, I don't know. This was just weird. Then you had the Ascension versus Too Cool for the tag titles. Nothing that great here again. I heard a lot of good things about the Ascension. They're gothic. It's similar to, the best comparison that comes to mind is the New Church from TNA. God damn, TNA reference. Jesus, but anyway, we just saw it. Too Cool. Why take these guys out of retirement again? This is supposed to be about the future of wrestling. Instead, they trot out the past. and the match was just okay. This was supposed to showcase their best tag team. I don't know what their tag team division really looks like, if they have a lot of tag teams. Obviously, it doesn't look like they do if they had to bring this team out. It was good to see Too Cool, but we just saw them. I think if they had Cody Rhodes and Goldust step in there, we could have got a much better match. But, what can you do? They sided with Too Cool, and, it wasn't a bad match, but it was just okay, just passable. Then you get Emma versus Paige for the women's title. Holy shit, another good match right here. This was, let me tell you, this is like the future of women's wrestling. I had a lot of people talking about Paige on my videos whenever I talk about the Divas division, whenever I rant against it and say it's a waste of time and space. People say Paige, and I was like, Paige, yeah, get out of here, kid. But, this was great. Some of the submissions in this match were fucking awesome. Most of them applied by Emma. And here's the thing, I watch a match like this and I somewhat get depressed because I see what Emma's doing currently on Raw. Acting like a goofball. I see the dance, like how it's like catchy and all that, and it gives her character, but you just see her, she seems worthless because all she's doing is that dance. Now they added the bubbles to her entrance, so they carried everything over from NXT, everything but her wrestling ability, which is the best part about her. Why did they do that? They had a match on Raw where all she was doing was dancing. She does 2 moves, and then Michael Cole talks about what a great wrestler she is, and then, it makes him sound like a retard because it's like, she's great, but what you just saw wasn't that great. And then you watch NXT. Why can't we get the same level of quality? Or why can't we get this on Raw from her? Why did they bring her up to the main roster if they ain't gonna do shit with her? Put her with Santino, of all people. Santino, motherfuckers. They put her with that fucking goofball. That is the fast track to Nowheresville. That's what that is. But this was a great match. It ended with a great submission move from Paige. It was a scorpion, forget what the fuck it's called. It was like an Indian death lock with 2 arms like this, but it was with a surfboard. It was an excellent fucking match. This is probably the best women's match I've seen since Trish and Lita were in the main event on Raw, and that was back in 2004, 10 fucking years ago. It took to get a great women's match again. That's sad. Then we get, look at this. We got Shannon Moore versus Orlando Jordan. Hey, yeah. Where'd they get these? Oh, wait a minute. Tyler Breeze versus Xavier Woods. Match never got underway. You had Alexander Rusev come in, but an interesting story behind this match. The fucking screen froze during it like 3 fucking times. Let me explain. So Tyler Breeze comes out. I'm getting into this character. I like it, the music and everything. He's got the male model gimmick. Now this gimmick's been done to death, but he really seems like he's into this gimmick. It really fits him well. This is definitely like a gimmick that this guy was born to do. And I could just tell from his entrance, and that's a very good sign. But then it freezes during it. And I blame it on that motherfucker Xavier Woods, that fucking goofball. Nah. Anyway, I blame it on WWE. They say watch this network. It's a great network, and it is. I'm enjoying watching all the content and getting the ability to see this match, the opportunity to watch it. But holy fucking shit, why is it freezing? I refreshed 2 times. It's not working. I click on something else and then re-click NXT. It still freezes. Then I shut the whole thing I click off of the side, I click back on, and then at the end I just see that Rusev beat them up, and I missed the whole beatdown. I had to go back and watch it. Unfucking acceptable. Why are there so many bugs? Why, Brad? It's a new thing. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Then they should have fixed it before they released it. I've never seen this. There's something called fixing bugs. They do it with video games and shit all the time. Before you release something, make sure that it works. I mean, god damn it, you can't even resume things after you watch them. When you go back to them, you can't even pick up where you left off. It starts from the beginning. That is fucking bullshit. That is fucking bullshit up the ass. Anyway, what do I think of Rusev? I think this is a direct copy of Vladimir Kozlov, and he wasn't even, gone for that long, and they're going to do this gimmick again where he doesn't know that much English and he's very destructive. The only difference is he's got a manager with him this time. The moves he did were okay and everything. I'd like to see more of Tyler Breeze. I like this character. I think that it's probably looks like it's funny, but I need to see more of it. And that probably would have been a better idea than just having Rusev destroy them. That if we can learn a little bit more about these interesting characters. Anyway, in the main event, it was Adrian Neville defeating Bo Dallas for the title, for the world title in a ladder match. This was a pretty good match, I think. Not an excellent one. Bo Dallas really didn't add a lot to this. I like his character, but what I got from this match was that his in-ring work is not good. He doesn't add a lot to the matches. This gimmick he has with the ultra positivity and the smiling, it works for him. It's funny. But as far as his in-ring work goes, I could clearly see why they sent him back here. After last year, he was in the Rumble. He had a couple of matches, and it wasn't anything impressive. And they sent him back here. Adrian Neville, on the other hand, this man has a bright future. Good move here, giving him the belt. He's got a more impressive build, a way better move set. This guy could fly around the ring like crazy. I like the spot with his finisher on the ladder. This wasn't like a classic ladder match, but it was a good main event and 10 times better than anything we ever get to see on Raw. So it was a good match. If I were to rate it, I'd give it about 3 stars. Not fantastic or amazing, but it was good. Good enough for a ladder match. This was a pretty decent show altogether. Some weird choices in the middle here, to show the Ascension match, the Rawley match, and even that Alexander Rusev little bit. I could have done without all that shit. But you had 3 quality matches, and that opening match was phenomenal. It's a match that I don't think a lot of people, even the guys themselves, not even Cesaro and Zayn, are going to be able to top it. It's just a match where it just happens, and it's just so good. It flowed so well. Anyway, this was a pretty good fucking show. NXT I will be watching every week with this. This left a very good impression, a good taste in my mouth. It's a real big shame that we can't get quality like this on Raw. I mean, this was exceptional wrestling, and these guys are the future right here. Well, some of them anyway. Some of them, like CJ Parker, don't look like they got much of a future at all. But this was a pretty fucking good show. I enjoyed it. This was pay-per-view quality material. There you go. Here's your NXT review. I liked it, motherfuckers. I liked it.